Cereal time, cereal time, cereal time, whoa.
Oh, happy day. Freakies.
What's up, cereal heads? Today we're going to talk about Freakies, but not the original Freakies that came out way back in the day. Today's video is going to be about the rebooted version from 1987. Although, just for frame of reference, I guess we should discuss the original Freakies a little bit. Now, I already did a video about that cereal, so if you want a little more info about that beloved classic, well, go check out that video. But the original Freakies was released by Ralston back around 1971, and this cereal was a huge hit with kids and adults. The cereal was just multi-grain loops with a similar flavor to Cap'n Crunch or Quisp, but it was the characters that really sold this cereal. Here's a Freakies commercial from back in the day.
Oh, we are the Freakies, and this is our Freakies treat. We never miss a meal, cause we love our cereal. This is the big boss, we call him Boss Moss.
Make sure you spell it right.
Snorkeled off they call me, so handsome and pretty.
He's little ham host.
He's got a weird nose.
Do I really have to sing?
My name is Grumble.
I am Kamumble.
You're standing on my foot.
Gargle is his name.
Smartness is my game. I know more than you do.
Says you.
And don't forget me, I'm goody-goody. I always do what's right. For instance, I eat Freaky cereal because it's got a lot of vitamins and it's good for me.
You too can have crunchy, Freaky cereal as part of your good breakfast. And there's a free Freaky in specially marked boxes.
Okay, here comes the big finish.
We are the Freakies. We are the Freakies. And this is our Freakies treat.
So let's quickly run through the original 7 Freakies characters. There was Boss Moss, Gargle, Ham Hose, Snorkeldorf, Cow Mumble, Grumble, and Goody Goody. And they all had their own distinct personalities and quirks. People loved them and they loved the cereal. And Freaky cereal was known for having great premiums and prizes. Here's a Boss Moss bobblehead doll. This wasn't actually one of the prizes or premiums. This is just a handmade bobblehead doll that someone made for Freakies fans. They also had a fruity version of Freakies and a cocoa version of Freakies, but the cereal was ultimately discontinued around 1977. I'm not sure why, actually. Maybe the sales weren't good despite the cult following. But flash forward 10 years and someone at Ralston had the brilliant idea to reboot the cereal. Only they did something really stupid and decided to change up the theme and the characters. In this 1987 reboot, they made the Freakies aliens from the planet Freakon who surfed on these crunchy flying saucers. It was just a weird and dumb choice. But it wasn't only that, they also changed the names of the characters. So, Snorkeldorf became Tudor, Gargle became Ace, Goody Goody became Hot Dog, Ham Hose became Hugger, and Cow Mumble became Sweetie. For some reason, they let Boss Moss and Grumble keep their names. But in my opinion, it was a big swing and a miss for Ralston's creative team. They should have just stuck with the classic Freakies characters. And on top of all that, they also changed the actual cereal. You can see here on the box it says it's crunchy, honey-tasting spaceships with marshmallow Freakies. And there's 3 free stickers inside. Now I already opened this box in a previous video and gave away those stickers. But don't worry, I have another unopened box that we'll get to look at and open and see the cereal in a second. But first, let's take a look at the back of this box. So here you can read the tale of the Freakies. And this tale is told in little rhyming couplets. The planet of Freakon in sweet outer space is the home of the Freakies, a fun-loving race. They have flying saucers that are fast and are hot, but they don't ride inside them, they hang on the top. Their leader, named Boss Moss, heard Earth breakfasts were boring. He said, we can fix that, and they all took off soaring. From Freakon to Earth, these space surfers flew, bringing breakfast time fun and great taste to you. So open your windows, follow this plan, pour a bowl of fresh milk so the Freakies can land. And another box that they released in that first year of 1987 was the special hologram collector's series box. They had 4 different boxes you could collect. This one here has Boss Moss on the front. I think you can see that there. They also had a box with Tudor on it, a box with Hot Dog, and I'm not sure who the 4th hologram was. You can see here it says Freakies Fan Club, and that's because on the back of this box, they had a really cool offer to send away for a Freakies Fan Club kit. It tells you with just $1 and a proof of purchase, you would receive a kit including a giant Freakies poster, which was just a blown up version of the back of that other box I showed you, a king-size super sticker with the whole Freakies crew, the Freakon Tribune newsletter with notes, games, jokes, cartoons, and Freakies lore, a 4x6 certificate signed by Boss Moss himself, a members-only decoding vice, and an official fan club membership card with a hologram of Boss Moss on it. I never sent away for this fan club kit. I kinda wish I did now. All this stuff would have been fun Freakies memorabilia to have. I found a fuzzy pic of the membership card online, and I also found this other picture which showed what the fan club kit looked like when it came in the mail. Apparently this was for sale on eBay years ago and I just missed it. Man, I would love to get my hands on that Freak On Tribune newsletter. Now real quick, before we open this box, you can see the front here what the cereal looked like. Little crunchy flying saucers and Freakies Marbits. I give them credit for putting what looks like 7 different colors and shapes to represent each of the Freakies. Now let's open up this box and see if the Marbits are still recognizable. So here's what a bowl of 1987 Freakies cereal looked like. The honey-coated flying saucers look about the same as they looked back in the day, but the Freakies Marbits have seen better days, that's for sure. Let's see if we can identify all these shriveled Freakies. The greenish one is Boss Moss. The blue one is Tudor, orange is Grumble, the pinkish one is Hot Dog, purple is Ace, yellow is Sweetie, and the brownish one is Hugger. They're definitely not as big and plump as they used to be, but at least the colors are still kind of the same. And again, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be trying this 32-year-old cereal. As I've said time and time again, old cereal is gross, and those days of me tasting it are definitely over. Just like the days of this cereal are over. This 1987 reboot of Freaky cereal was not successful at all. It was discontinued within the same year it was released. I guess they just couldn't harness the popularity of the Freakies from the 1970s to make this stuff work. But I will say this, just doing a video about this cereal and taking a trip down memory lane has made me nostalgic for Freakies. I wasn't around yet when the original Freakies came out in the 70s, but I did try this reboot in the late 80s. I never really got the appeal since I didn't know what Freakies were. And yeah, sure, this stuff definitely pales in comparison to the original Freakies, but nowadays I'd love to see a cereal like this on shelves. I mean, this underwhelming 1987 reboot of Freakies is still way more creative than the cereals we get these days. Gone are the days of new mascots and backstories. I know I'm not the only one nostalgic for those kinds of things, right? I'd give anything to see a fun cereal with new mascots and origin stories. I mean, it would help if the cereal was new, creative, and inventive as well. But honestly, I mean, I'd give Kellogg's a pass on their Lucky Charms clones if they just give us a new mascot to go with them. As a writer and storyteller myself, that's one of the things I miss most about the cereals of the 80s and the 90s. And 70s and 60s too, obviously, but I just wasn't around for that era. It's one of the reasons I had so much fun creating my own cereals for my internet friends a few years ago. Designing the mascots for those cereals was the best part. I had so much fun coming up with the personalities and quirks and the backstories and putting them on little trading cards for these mascots I created. And yet I keep hoping one of the big cereal companies will surprise us with a new character or something different. That's why every year I hold my breath for a new monster cereal. There are so many cool monsters and creatures you could put on the front of those boxes, but General Mills never gives us what we want. It's been years since they even re-released Fruit Brute or Yummy Mummy. Oh well, I guess that golden era of cereal marketing is behind us. I guess I shouldn't be so cynical. It's not all bad. There are still some great new cereals to look forward to and be surprised by. And us cereal heads will keep taking that journey down the cereal aisle looking for that cool new fun cereal. Alright, well that's gonna do it for this 1987 Freakies video. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, stay crunchy. What an odd looking creature.
Cereal time.